So today we're here in my Mazda and we're gonna be diagnosing a noise that's coming from the right side of my vehicle. And it's not necessarily the vehicle's fault. It was snowing and I got careless and I drove up like a snowbank or something, and there's a noise coming from the right side whenever it gets really cold, like to like the negative I don't know, zero, between -4 and say 10 degrees or so. I guess when the plastic really stiffened up, I could kind of hear the vibration on the right side, and I think it's because my engine undercover on that side is missing some clips because of the snowbank that I went over. So I'm gonna be showing you the noise. Maybe you have the same noise in your vehicle, you don't know what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing you the noise whenever I go over any bumps or a pothole that has, like, you know, slight elevation where it could twist the vehicle frame or something. So here comes the noise. So that's the noise I'm trying to diagnose right there. I think when I hit a snowbank, some of the screw or bolts on that side on the undershell has come loose. So that's why every time I go over a pothole or bumps and stuff, there's a rubbing noise coming from that side, like the one that you just heard. Still doing more listening and diagnosis of what's causing that noise. I think it's the undershell, but we'll see. Temperature is really low nowadays, so can't really get onto it. One of these days I will pull it into the garage and go under it and see what's going on. But as for now, that is the noise that I am hearing on the right side right there. So this area of this dealership has a lot of potholes, and I'm gonna show you the noise as I go over it. Guess don't hear it like that. Alright, as it sit, the undershell down there, take my foot, check the undershell, nothing. Check this side, nothing, nothing. There is rattling here. Sounds like the culprit right here. Something down below is loose. Probably when I went over that snowbank, and that's a pretty solid snowbank. Alright, so to get rid of rattling and scraping or whatever that the undercover does when it's loose, you need to be a ZipTie mechanic. The reason being is that when the clips become loose, or when you run over a snowbank or anything, most of the shell is still there. A lot of the time it breaks right where the clip is, or the clip is the one that is gone. So sometimes the shell get damaged too. So the ZipTie is probably a better option because it covers a more larger surface area versus a clip. and that's probably why we use zip tie. The only time that you will actually go for brand new clips is if you get a brand new undershield, and undershields are usually $100 a piece. Some car has 2, some car has 1, so it's probably better to do zip tie because this whole bag is just $1 or so, versus clips. I said a single clip is probably $1 or so at the dealer. So if you need 20, that's 20 bucks. So you can see the cost cutting benefits between the two. So here's my undershield. Looks like this front portion that is higher is still intact. Of course, I did have this part right here pulling apart. May have to loosen this bolt and put it under and tighten it. But look, this side looks good. This lower portion looks like a secondary undershield. This secondary undershield is loose. Looks like took a damage right here and then pull this one with so much tension that this screw in here pops out of it. So that's probably what's keeping this solid. Over here, this is not how it looks like at the beginning of winter. This piece is gone. This piece is, yeah, that must be the main impact right here. And I'm missing a screw right here on this grommet right here. And this piece of the undershell probably got torn apart when I went over that snowbank. But overall, it's not that bad. Nothing that zip tie can't help. And comes next winter again or so, if this thing gets more damage, then time for a new one. And that is when you actually want to use new clips on it. But for now, zip tie will do. Alright. So when you're using a zip tie, just gotta be a little creative. Of course, a lot of the time they will reach all over, so just gonna have to be a little creative with it. This one will do for now. So I'll take care of this one right here. That's just a zip tie. This one over here. Loosen up this 8mm and just put this liner piece under it. This one over here is 3 zip tie back to back to get it this far, tying this piece up. And then this one right here, had to perform surgery on this liner piece. Cut this portion right here, drill a new hole. This zip tie goes right here, drill a hole right here, and then this zip tie goes here where there's one right here that I secure right there. So most important thing is there's no noise under vibration anymore. Hopefully this will lead to a quieter ride, because when there's vibration, it gets colder, you're gonna feel the vibration for sure. That looks like finished with that. Now I just need to check on the top to see if there's anything loose on the top, because you know how when these pull down, the whole bumper gets pulled. There might be some missing clips up there, so check out up there. So with the zip tie part of the undershell clip done, most of the noise is gone. Hopefully it gets cold again so I could test it for sure and verify once and for all that I did fix it. So far so good. Now we just have to wait till the weather is drop. I mentioned earlier that when they get pulls down below, everything up here might get pulled too. But it looks like all the clips out here are intact. So crossing my finger now that is it. Alright, so the temperature has dropped back to 12, and with all my undershell secure, I'm gonna see if it makes any more noise when I go over these potholes. First pothole coming right up. Nothing so far. Hopefully the temperature drops lower so I could do more experiment. Nothing here. Now I'm coming on the left side, and so far so good. So I'll do more when it gets colder. We're back here going over bumps again, seeing if tying down the undershell helps. And temperature is roughly 12 positive, and looks like no noise. So we're gonna have to wait until it gets colder and try it again, because usually when it gets really cold I should be able to hear noise on those 3 potholes. But looks like so far so good. Alright, we're back here again at this dealership, and the temperature is -1, and we're gonna be testing the undershell again since I tightened it up. First pothole coming up, nada. Second pothole going a little bit faster, nothing. And the third pothole, nothing. Now the bonus pothole on the right side, nothing. Alright, it's -1, and we're back at this dealership again to test the undershell that I've recently tightened up. And looks like so far so good. No noise coming from my undershell yet. I should probably be hitting these 3 potholes in a row again. Right here. Pothole number 1. Nothing. Pothole number 2. There we go. And pothole number 3. Nothing. And the last pothole. So it looks like I'm doing good. It looks like tightening my undershell really helps. And hopefully this fixes yours too if you have a similar noise. But this is me, so I'm out of here. Peace out.